Welcome back to another episode of the Off the Clock Pod. I'm your host, Mark Boz, and alongside me is my co-host, Kobe Medlock. And today, guys, we have a very special guest. But before we get into that, make sure to go follow us on Twitter at _Off the Clock Pod, where you can go ahead and interact with us and leave us questions, get them answered on the show, and link to our episodes are in the bio. And now, guys, we have our very first interview, a very special guest here with us. It's a right-handed pitcher for the Javelinas, number 15, Kobe Jaramillo. Kobe, it is like we said before. Thank you for being on the show. We've been trying to get a interview on here for a while now. So thank you for being on the show.
Thank y'all for having me.
And so I just want to first question, just straightforward. How was it being a college athlete?
It's like a full-time job, and you gotta get up early, gotta go to class, early weights before class, and if you don't manage your time, it's very hard, and you don't get to have, I guess, the college life experience like a bunch of these other kids get to have, you know.
How early in the morning are you waking up?
In the fall, it's 5 a.m. 5 a.m. weights.
Crap.
Yeah, you gotta be there at 5 a.m. So I'm up by 4, I live in Bishop, 10 minutes away, not too bad. I gotta get a breakfast in, get to 5 a.m. weights, and that's just the first part. And then you gotta go to class all day, and then you have your time slots in the fall for individual works, from 2 to 3. I like to stay out there a little longer to get extra work in, because baseball's the hardest sport in the world.
And how long have you been playing baseball?
And since I was 5 years old, so I'm 21 right now, so I've been playing for 17 years.
You've been going on for a while now, so
Yeah.
is there like a certain routine or anything during the off season or during the season?
Oh yeah, you gotta have a big routine. Try not to be too routine based. That makes it like superstitious, because if it becomes superstitious, then it's not a routine. And so in the fall, I just kind of get ready for the spring, right? Because you got your innings to throw in the fall and just get prepared. And I try to spend as much time in the training room, because if I'm not healthy, I'm no good for the team. And just kind of little things like activation, what you do before you throw that gets you ready to throw. You warm up to throw, not throw to warm up.
Mm-hmm. So you're not one of those athletes who just follow the superstitions every single time, and they have to follow a certain routine every single day. Nothing can change.
No, I try not to, but I do drink a Red Bull before the game. It's just, I don't know if it's superstitious, but it tastes good. It gets me going, an hour before the game, open it and get going.
I had to have my honey bun before every game.
This dude always had a honey bun.
Oh, dude, so one time, I think that was my thing. I had a honey bun before every single game. We stopped at Stripes honey bun. It got to a point to where people would hide my honey bun. They would hide it from me. They wouldn't want me to eat it. And then, dude, we ended up going. Was it round 2?
Yeah.
We went second round, and I forgot my honey bun that day, and that was a wrap for the season. So
you see, one weekend on the road, I left my Red Bull at the hotel, and I was like, well, it's gonna be one of those games. And then I ended up pitching decent, and I was like, okay, it's not superstitious. I just said, you know what, I'm still gonna pitch good, forget it. But there's guys that have to, our guys have to hit 30 minutes before they gotta be there or get 5 rounds in or whatever it is for them. But for me, it's, I guess, a Red Bull. The year before was a Big Red. I don't know, drink a Big Red before the game. I don't know, it just kind of get me going, I guess.
Yeah, my only routine before games, well, especially before football, at least home games, I'd like to get to the stadium or to the field house a little early, around 4, right after school gets out. I take a nice nap before game.
Yeah.
It gets me set.
I'm at that point now that I could just tell myself, hey, I need to take a nap in 10 minutes, and I can fall asleep within those 10 minutes. But I pitch on Fridays every year, so even when we're at home, I'm out of class by 11. I get a lunch, take a nap, eat again, get ready to the field. Yeah, but I try not to be superstitious, eat the same foods all the time. I think once you get to that point and you don't get it, then you're in trouble. Just like Kobe said, if he didn't have it, and now he's like, I don't have it.
You feel worried.
Yeah.
And so you said that you've been playing baseball since you were 5 years old, and I got some awards here from whenever you were in high school, at least. I don't know if you got any awards prior to that, but you were named the 2017 District 31 AAA Pitcher of the Year, All-State First Team as a pitcher, All-South Texas as a shortstop. You got District 31 AAA MVP honors, All-South Texas MVP, All-State Third Team shortstop in 2018. selected to the Hook South Texas High School preseason All-Star team, and you helped your team in 2017 and 2018 get to the regional finals. And how does that feel, having some of those awards and being recognized as one of the best athletes in South Texas?
Oh, it's awesome. I thank my parents for always giving me the opportunity and helping me get to where I am today. Without them, I wouldn't be there. And my teammates, the coaching staff that I grew up with, and made me who the player I am. You named a lot of individual goals. It's not about that. I would trade all those in for a state championship as a team.
Yeah.
I don't really care too much about the individual goals, but it's nice to know that I had some growing up.
That you're getting recognized.
But like I said, for me, it would be to trade all those in for a state championship. We were always so close. Or even right now, I tell Coach all the time, if I never play another inning of baseball, but we win a conference championship and make a World Series, where do I sign? It's not about me as a player playing all the time, getting all these recognitions, because it doesn't mean anything unless the team wins. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I understand exactly what that means. What I have done does not compare to what you have done so far as an athlete. But my freshman year, I would have done anything to win our district championship for our football team. It's nothing as big as getting to the state rounds or anything, but still something like that. It was so close. We could have tasted it, and it just slips right out of your hand.
And like I said, being a district champ, nobody forgets that. That's gonna stay with you forever. Being a state championship, that stays with you forever. These records that I've gotten or they've given me, the awards. Everybody's gonna forget about that. That's one thing that I've always said. Nobody can take a state championship away from you. Nobody can take a conference champion away from you at all. A World Series of a ring. That's the big picture.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So I have a couple questions for you too. So obviously we know each other
For
long
a
time.
while.
Yeah. So our senior year, you graduated early, and you went to UTSA. It was for the spring semester, right?
Yeah.
So leaving high school in the middle of the year, and then going straight to Division I team in the spring. How big of an adjustment was that for you?
It was really big. Every day you got to go get a job. If you're fatigued, you got to work because the next guy's up. You can't take one day off. It's grind. Everybody's good. They're there for a reason. Everybody's out for a job, and those guys are there for the same reason you're there, and they're as good or better. And you just got to go out there and compete for a job every day, which I love. Having very little competition there in Bishop, I've been a shortstop for my sophomore year up to my senior year, and nobody was close to me. But when you get to the D1 level, everybody's good. Everybody was their best player at their high school.
Yeah.
So just having to work harder and stay after practice, get extra reps. That year it was short, and I was gonna get to pitch there and play shortstop, but then they canceled the season due to COVID.
Yeah. So another question I have is, we're talking about superstitions and things of that nature earlier, and it's something I want to know just for athletes in general. So on a game day, do you listen to music? And if so, what's in your rotation?
What's on that playlist?
See,
I'll call you out.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm a big mix guy, but I'm a big Tejano music. My favorite song is El Rey. That just gets me going. Some Ramon Ayala, Grupo Firme.
Bro, I love that.
I throw in some Meek Mill. Dreams of Nightmare. It's just Drake. It's just kind of all over the place. But the one song does it get me going is El Rey. That's just kind of.
I like that because most people would say, like you say, Meek Mill, Drake, all these rap artists that they get you hyped, but. Vicente and all that. It's so laid back.
It's so different.
It's calm,
Yeah.
You're not getting your heart rate up, and then I'm listening to that an hour and a half before the game. It's perfect. I don't need to get my heart rate up. I've always liked to be where my feet are. My feet are not at the baseball field yet, so I just don't want nothing to get my adrenaline up yet. Just be calm. When you take the mound, you want to be calm as a pitcher. You don't want to have too much intensity.
Like that.
And so, another thing is, you said you grew up in Bishop.
I'm from Fremont, but I went to Bishop in high school.
Okay, so you're from the area.
Yeah.
So a lot of people know you around here. A lot of people knew that you went up to UTSA, and they see you back here in Kingsville, in the area, the college that's around here, how does it feel playing in front of your people here, your hometown? How does it feel?
It's amazing, you know, getting to being down the road. You see some people that were always at games in Bishop, you know, the I call them the oldies because they've been there forever, you know, so they come in always asking my mom and dad, hey, when's Kobe pitching Friday? All right, we'll be there at 6, you know, 7 o'clock, and they come out and watch the game. It's awesome, you know, I'm from here, so my family gets to come to the games, and that's means a lot to me, you know. Especially my parents, they don't have to make a drive too far, you know, they're just right down the road to get to watch them pitch every Friday night. When I was at UTSA, they went to every single game, and grateful for them. They traveled to some far places.
Still managed to be there.
Yeah, always.
And were they always there watching your games?
See, even when I wasn't pitching, they were still there. So I kudos to them for staying there and sticking through all that, you know.
How was your time there in UTSA? Was there a major difference between playing there and here with the competition? How things are?
I mean, the Lone Star Conference is the SEC, you know, little mini SEC. Everybody's good in this conference, you know. You can't take anybody lightly, and I'd say there's still some better hitters here in this conference than there were at the UTSA conference, Conference USA, and I mean, San Antonio's pretty nice too.
Okay, so another question I had for you was, who, if any, who do you model your game after? It's pitching or?
See, I always grew up as a shortstop watching Derek Jeter and his work ethic, the way he put it into this game, and he's not really a pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, I pitch now, and I just kind of role modeled, looked up to him as a player and how he played the game the right way, and that's kind of what I based my game off of, is doing everything right. You never heard no bad things about Derek Jeter growing up. It was always good. He was the captain for a reason. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. Like, he's one of the best for a reason because he did everything right on and off the field. And I think that's a big thing. You know, some guys are really good on the field and some are bad off the field. And I think having a good image is a good thing, you know.
So, do you think, is there any similarities you think your game is from, like a pitcher in the league or someone else? Do you think your game is similar to someone?
I look at a lot of Zach Wheeler. I mean, our mechanics are almost the same. Just kind of base my mechanics off him. He's real whippy, kind of like me, you know. But I wouldn't say that I'm similar to a lot of them. I mean, I like Marcus Stroman, undersized, you know, like I'm not very big pitcher and I still can get the ball up there in some velos, and I kind of like him, you know, he plays with a chip on his shoulder because he's not very big. You don't see guys like us in the big leagues very much. You see everybody 6'3", 6'4", you know, I'm 5'11", you know, so I like to look at him and know, like, it's possible to get there, you know.
Mm-hmm. That you don't have to be huge in some places. You just, as long as you do what you do, you're gonna get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so Kobe mentioned who you model your game after, but I wanna ask you, get a little serious here. You know, everybody has a role model in their lives. Everybody has someone that they always want to get better for, who motivates them to be better, and who keeps them striving every day, keeps them working harder. Who's that person for you?
Oh, that's my pops, man. He's pushed me from a young age, and even my mom. My mom's tough. my dad's really good for me, and he helps me and do everything right and keeps me in check, you know, like, hey, there's still a chance to get there, but as long as you put your work in. But Mama Hadamil, she's tough. She's she's one of the tough ones.
She's always on you?
Yeah. There's always something better that I could do, you know. And
yeah, but I think sometimes you gotta have that. You always gotta have that.
Absolutely, and you know, like, going back to my parents, I mean, they raised me who I am today, you know. I'm here for a reason because of them, and they made a lot of sacrifices for me growing up to play on travel ball teams and give me everything I needed to be successful, the right tools, the right mindset, and I mean, everything. Is the MLB your dream? Is that where you see yourself maybe in the next few years, or where you want to end up? Oh, absolutely. Growing up, that's all it's been, is go play in the big leagues and see myself in the big leagues, and I tell myself I can do it. I mean, I'm right there, you know, just a couple good outings away, and You know, even if I don't, like I told my dad the other day, I said, Dad, if I don't get drafted, I've given everything I've had to this game. I have no regrets. If my season ended today, I've given everything I've had to this game, and I'd be okay with it. But getting drafted has always been a goal for me, and especially for my family. You know, like they put a lot of money and time and sweat into it with me. So like, I just want them to hear my name called out. You know, I know how much that would mean to them. It mean to me. I mean, my sisters too. I mean, thankful for them that they were going on vacation every weekend, traveling. A lot of the time was spent on the baseball field, so they know the game a lot. And thank you, Sarah and Mia, for sitting back and letting them and being so unselfish while I'm out there playing all the time. And I know the attention was on me. Hey, Kobe has a game this weekend. We're going here, we're going there. And for them to be unselfish and be okay with them going out there and be like, all right, let him do his thing.
That's great. Going back to baseball here a little bit. So, as you got into college, I mean, I followed your journey so far, and I think one of the coolest things that stood out to me was I watched you pitched against LSU and Alex Box. How was that experience at such a young?
Oh man, that's my first start in college. I've been out of the pen 3 times, 4th weekend series, and kind of get a text at 9 a.m. Hey, we're gonna give you the ball to start, and I've been a reliever up until that point, and it was like, okay, you know, I think it was the first pitch, second pitch of the game. Dylan Cruz hit it over the fence, you know, and then after that it was kind of like, all right, take a deep breath and let's go. Now you've been here, but I mean that's probably one of the best stadiums I've played at so far in my college career. I mean, it's
That's awesome.
an experienced young freshman, 18 years old, you know, getting to play there where Alex Bergman played. I mean, it was such a good experience, and I'm grateful that I got to play there because, I mean, all the fans there, it's a different type of atmosphere.
I bet. I mean, it wasn't a very pitcher-friendly game, but
Oh, no.
but I mean, just being there, and I mean, that had to be amazing.
It's kind of like one of those moments like, dang, I kind of made it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, coming from a small town like Bishop and being so, I guess the critics saying, oh, he's too small. You know, you hear all that noise out there in this little small town stuff. You know how it is. Oh, he's not going to make it. And getting to pitch there is kind of like, well, here it is. I've made it. Like, I'm doing good for myself kind of thing. And I really don't like to talk about me, you know, it's about the teams and stuff. But, like, for me personally, it was kind of like, you know what, all y'all that said I wasn't going to make it, well, here I am pitching against LSU, you know, It's kind of a good experience.
And you mentioned Dylan Cruz, like, I mean, Dylan Cruz is projected to be #1 draft pick in the draft this year, just to show you how, you know, how awesome that is. And yeah, dude, honestly, like it's been great. Yeah.
And would you say that moment is up there with all time your favorite baseball moments that throughout your years, or is there a moment higher than that?
I wouldn't say there's a moment higher than that, but I would say what gets me, and I think what's always done it for me, is as soon as I'm done, good game, bad game, for me, the moment for me is seeing my parents and my sisters and my inner circle just waiting for me after those games, whether it's good or bad. You know, that to me is what I really, really enjoy after games. It's not, I do enjoy playing it, don't get me wrong, but seeing my family after the game is what I enjoy, you know, seeing how happy they are that I'm still playing ball and still getting the opportunity a lot of guys don't have yet, you know, their careers are over.
Mm-hmm. And just a hypothetical, because I mean, I hope, me and Kobe, we hope you make it all the way to the big leagues. We hope one day we get to see you out there, because we can go ahead and just sell this video and we can make millions off of it. But I mean, it would be great. It would be great to see you there. But if that never comes to fruition, what is your backup plan? What's the backup plan that you hope to do?
Oh, I'm going to coach baseball. I mean, I've been around the game for so long, 17 years, and I feel like I've know a lot of baseball, and I have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that I can give back to these young kids, and so they can get better. You know, I've just been around the game for so long, and I think being in the coaching world is good for me. When I'm done playing here, whether I get drafted or if I don't, I'm going to GA here for a year or two under these coaching staff and try to make it into the college world, if not high school. I mean, I think there's a lot of high schools that are good baseball. You know, I'm just trying to make it from there. But I see myself in the baseball world.
Would you see yourself coming back here and maybe coaching?
Oh, absolutely. It's home. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's home. You know, I get to fish and hunt and do all that in the fall. You know, when I was up in San Antonio, I was itching to get out on the water, hunt, shoot some doves. You know,
There's not much to do up there.
No.
Not much of that. What's your favorite activity to do besides baseball?
I picked up golfing.
I
picked up
Oh
golfing.
man, we gotta hit the course, man. We gotta
Let's
hit
go.
the
I'm not
course.
very good.
Oh,
Seven
neither-
months.
I'm
Neither
trash,
am I. I've been playing for like about 7. You know, my swing's starting to come around just a little bit. We can definitely.
Yeah, 7.
No.
I've been playing golfing for 7 months. I go every Monday on my off day. Get out there with the guys, play a little scramble. I haven't played like my own ball, 18 holes yet, but that's not. It's gonna happen. I'm curious to see what I can shoot, and that way I can know like, hey, rate my game from here, you know. But yeah, every Monday try to get out on the golf course, and of course I like to fish and hunt. That isn't. But golfing's probably my second favorite thing outside of baseball right now.
Yeah, I wish I could get better at golfing right now, man.
I mean, it's crazy. You hit one bad ball, or like so many bad balls, and then you hit one good one, and you're just hooked.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Dude, I played. I always play the back nine here in town, and I think so the 9th hole, and it's like a par 4, and that was the best hole I ever played in my life, and I was like, oh, this is it, like this is my day, and I mean, I played like crap for the rest of it, but just that one hole was good enough for me. I was like I can do this. You know?
I have been playing pretty decent the last 2-3 weeks, and I went yesterday, and first 7-8 holes was just terrible.
Yeah.
Just shanking balls, pushing them, and it's just like I was telling my buddy, I said, I'm at that point now that I know like my swing is good and I can be good and I expect to be good. So
Yeah.
like I got frustrated yesterday, and then I was like, all right, I'm not gonna think about it, just get back to it, and got back to it. But I told him like, at first when I wasn't playing too good, it was just like, it's just another day I suck at golf still. And then now that I know that I can hit good balls and stuff all the time, it's just like, all right, high expectations.
And that adjustment, because like been playing baseball all your life, the baseball swing is so different from the golf swing, and just it's such a big adjustment, and I'm still having trouble making it myself. It's
So relaxing though, like
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I love baseball to death, but like for those few hours, you just kind of, for me, it's just like a coping mechanism. Get away from the world, get away from everything for those few hours, and just get to hang out with the guys and have fun.
Just get to relax during that time.
Yeah, no stress, no. I mean, I'm about to graduate school here in the fall, so it's like, it's here, you know.
Yeah.
Like growing up, my parents always told me and people, hey, stay young, you know. So all the kids out there listening to this, you know, stay young, enjoy it, because once you get into the real world, you become an adult. It goes, man. It's got a lot more things to do than being a kid, where you just wake up, go to school, have fun, and then do it all over again. Here, it's like, hey, you got a year left of school. What are you gonna do next? You know, hey, baseball don't work out. What's next? You know, so I have a year and a half, or less than a year and a half left of baseball, and it's starting to really become like a reality that I might not play again. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I took a year off from school after high school, and I was working full time at Lowe's, and I thought that's what I wanted to do for a bit. You know, I totally threw all this away, because this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I've always wanted to do. You know, and so after I took that year off, I was just thinking like, there's no way I'm gonna continue going to work at Lowe's full time. I love working there. I still work there. So, I mean, I can't say anything too bad about it. If I get fired, I'm already on the edge. but I mean, I had to come back to school. I mean, I feel like I was just growing up a little too fast. You know, all I was doing during that year off of school was just working every day, every single day, putting in like 40 hours or as many hours as I could a week. But I mean, I had to come back. I had to come back to school. I had to pursue my dreams. I had to do this, what I'm doing now. Have a great opportunity to be doing this. And I mean, is that what you just think? Like everybody should just follow their dreams no matter what. Just always pursue it and just keep on doing it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you, how do I put it in words? If they always say if you love it, it's not work. You know, like for me to coach baseball, it's not work. I coach a summer ball team in the summer, and that's not work to me. You know, I never go to work because it's what I love to do.
You're out there having fun.
Yeah, enjoying it. You know, so just chase it. I mean, dreams don't chase you back, but you can still chase a dream. You know.
Yep.
So we'll go on to like some Major League Baseball talk here. Who do you root for as a fan in the major leagues? And it's kind of early, but I want to know: do you have a World Series prediction?
Oh yeah. I mean, I see your Jordan Alvarez shirt. I'm a big Yankee guy.
Don't get fooled by the shirt, man. It's just off for show.
Oh, okay.
I'm an Atlanta Braves fan for the record, but Yankees,
yeah.
man.
Oh, Yankees.
Oh.
You know, Carlos Rondon gets healthy. I mean, but it's the same thing being a Yankee fan every year. They
High expectations.
They're high expectations. They play good early in the year after All-Star break, a few injuries here, and then downhill.
Yeah.
It's just like that all the time, you know, just growing up to be a Yankee fan. But I think this is their year. I really do. Just got to get past the Astros, you know.
It hasn't been easy lately, but
Oh, no.
you never know. It's
Like
baseball.
getting Judge back and Rizzo, and then signing Carlos. I mean, that's big for them. And then Anthony Volpe is playing really good. Yeah, he's
So the Yankees are your favorite team?
favorite team.
I
Grew
don't-
up watching them, man.
I'm not as big of a MLB fan but I am starting to get into it. I got a buddy who watches it all the time. That's all he watches basically now. So that's the only thing that's on.
See, I'm not gonna say that I watch a lot of games, but postseason. I watch a lot of postseason, and I keep up.
Oh
with
yeah,
them.
I'll tune in during the
No,
postseason.
I keep up with them, you know, on my phone. Like, hey, Yankees win, boom. And then my buddies are some big time Yankee fans too, so we're always texting each other. Hey, do you see this? You see that? Like, come on, we're struggling, you know. But postseason for sure, I like to watch all baseball, even if the Yankees aren't in there. It's amazing. The atmosphere is different. You know, the World Baseball Classic, I loved it. I wish it was happened sooner. Like not every 5 years, like every 3. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was actually fun to watch. I watched that for sure. But do you ever feel like maybe in baseball there's too many games? I personally, as a person who doesn't watch baseball as much, I feel like 162 games. That's much.
It is a lot, and that's not including postseason. You know,
Yeah.
postseason it's a lot, but for a fan that loves it, I kind of like it. You know, there's baseball all the time. You
Same
know?
way, dude. Like,
Give me more.
I mean,
Yeah.
and there's been talks about shortening the seasons and stuff like that. One thing that always sticks out to me is in 2019, the Nationals. I was talking about this earlier. They were in like 19-31. When they won the World Series back in 2019.
Yeah.
So before, I think it was like May, end of May, they were 19-31, which is like
Bad.
awful, right? But
Turned it on.
they get to the All-Star break, they turn it around, they hit the home stretch, they make the playoffs, they get hot at the right time, and they end up winning the whole thing.
Just like the Phillies this year.
Just like the Phillies,
they got
yeah.
hot at the right time, and that,
You know?
and that's what it's about. I mean, just getting hot at the right time, getting the team chemistry right at the right time, and then at that point, it's like, hey, let's go. You know, like this year, we haven't played to what we wanted to. But I feel like right now, if we can get hot at the right time, I mean, anything's possible. It's baseball. You still got to play the game.
Yeah, right.
And you said that you play on Fridays, right? So you play this Friday
Yes, sir.
against San Angelo.
hmm
How do you feel about that?
I'm excited.
Going
You know, when
into-
you get a good team like that coming in to Kingsville, it's awesome. You know, there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of fans. I mean, last year they beat us to go to a super regional. We played 7 times. They beat us 4. We were right there last year. And it's kind of like one of those revenge things. You know, they're coming back to Kingsville. It's like, all right, we played y'all 7 times over there. Y'all got us 4 out of 3. All right, now I got to come to Kingsville now, you know. It's okay to lose to Kingsville. That's kind of like our motto here. It's okay to lose to Kingsville. The air's different. It's a little more hotter down here. Ball doesn't really fly as much as it does in Angelo in that thin air. But we're excited. I mean, like I said, the season hasn't gone the way we wanted to, but we're turning it around. I mean, the guys are excited to see Angelo. And it's always good to, you know, if you could take 2 games, 3 games from a team like that, you know where you're at as a team.
How is it? How is San Angelo as a team?
Oh man, I think they're 30-5 this year. they're really
They
good.
ranked?
Yeah, I think they're. I have no idea. I know they're in the top 3,
They're up
top
there.
4. Yeah, they're really good. Kudos to them for just recruiting really well. I mean, they got a nice facility. They have a minor league stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, they have everything that Kingsville doesn't.
That's all I got. You got any more questions?
No, I don't think I got any more questions for you.
Thank y'all again, man. I appreciate for giving me the time and letting me be here with y'all. I enjoyed it. And
Just wanted
Man, like I said before, thank you. Really, I know we're not a big time show yet. You know, we don't have many viewers, but I mean, the reason why I really wanted to start interviewing the athletes here at the school is so people can get to know you as a person, get to know the actual athletes. Besides just seeing them on the field.
yeah.
You know, all the time, a lot of fans just know the players just for what they see on the field, but they don't actually know them, how they are off the field, how it is. And I mean, that's the reason why I wanted to start this interviewing with y'all, so I get to show these fans who the athlete really is, and so the city of Kingsville or other areas that watch get to know other players that are around, get their picture out.
Yeah.
So thank you for being able to make time to be on our show. I know we had to just schedule around your practice time, but I mean anything to get an interview done, we're definitely gonna do.
Yeah,
it.
no, I appreciate it, and I'm glad I'm the first one that y'all have interviewed. I'm grateful for that opportunity, and I'm grateful for being here, and God bless.
Yeah, like Mark said, thank you, dude, and you know, we wish you the best always, and we know you got a lot of good things in your future, and like I said, all love from here. Nothing but the best for you, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching our episode. So make sure, like I said, go follow us on Twitter @_OffTheClockPod, so you can go ahead and catch all our episodes that we have, and you go ahead and leave questions, interact with us, and get your questions answered on the show. Guys, it was a great time having Kobe on our show. So y'all make sure. What are your socials? You want to give up your socials?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Well, we'll make sure to get the socials out, man. Get this guy.
I'll try to
Y'all go follow him. Y'all go do whatever y'all gotta do. All right. So peace out, guys.
Thank y'all.